On this week's Card Watch video, we have some cards I think are good deals, good recommendations, but also cards you should probably avoid because there could be upcoming issues with them. Let's take a look together. It's Card Watch. Always beware of the flavor of the day. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here, and thanks a lot for hanging out with me on the channel today. History has taught me that you can't always just look at a card and say it's good. It doesn't matter what you think. There are people out there who are smarter than you, who think quicker than you, and can do a better job dissecting that card and putting it into a deck in ways you never thought imaginable. That said, when cards become too powerful, hey, the ban hammer comes out, they get stomped, they go to worthless town, and nobody cares about them. Other days, new cards come out that replace older cards, their value declines, and in some cases, a card that's been worthless forever can jump up and just be the spot-on target that everybody wants. Not to mention, cards you thought just looks so good, you heard the name, you go, this card is, oh my, I can't believe this is in the set, it's going to be amazing, oh I can't wait! And then you find out, it's a worthless piece of junk. And it's going to sit there in a dollar bin its entire life. Even though you don't think it should. It's just the way it's going to be. And hey everyone, don't forget, if you're buying any of the cards you find inside my videos, if you think they're awesome and interesting, and you decide to go purchasing on TCG Player, don't forget to use my TCG affiliate link found in the description of all of my videos. It does help my channel out a lot, guys, and I really appreciate it. So thanks again. So here we are starting out with the Bootlegger Stash. That's Streets of New Capenna. A lot of people had high hopes for this card. And you shouldn't ignore it yet. Okay, this card's not done. 1 green, 5 other. Lands you control have tapped to create a treasure token. This card is just screaming that it should be broken. And it hasn't really happened yet. It doesn't mean it doesn't have value. Doesn't mean it's not going to be a good card. It is just a generic artifact. You can have multiple copies. This is one of those cards I think you should keep your eye on. I think there is value here. We've seen a lot of stuff go on right now with treasure tokens and creating things. And let's not forget, there's a lot of ways to sneak artifacts onto the battlefield very quickly when you choose to do so. Building around that and going for a win con that's going to make things fast for you, really speedy game, this card might be the card you're looking for. But even if it's not, somebody else might find a way to break this card, making its value soar. Alright, I hate to laugh at Elminster. I hate to say I told you so, but we talked about this card and how underwhelming it was. Look at the price, guys. Poor Elminster. This is Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate Mythic that when people heard the name, when they heard that when you saw the artwork without knowing what the card was, everyone's like, OMG, no way! But look what happens. It's $1.73. You can have this card for $2 Canadian. It collapsed. It went to worthless town. And it's not like this card is like totally worthless, like, it's not going to do anything. But nobody's going to play it as a main commander. Nothing's going to happen with it right now, but that doesn't mean it can't get broken later. Remember what I say, guys. Stuff like this, people can find really weird ways later on. So I think it's worth it to buy a playset of 4. Just to say you have it and it's done and out of the way. You can get the full art version of it for basically 50 cents more. Now the foil full art is still like 18 bucks, but the other version of the full art non-foil, getting it for like $2.50 is a steal, guys. I think there could be something here years down the line. We don't know what Wizards is going to do, right? But they usually don't let, like, an iconic character like this is going to have something that it taps into at some later date. Now, Vampiric Tutor. This one here, you can see the price is very level. It has a long history, and there's been tons of reprints. This card used to be an $80, $90 card. Wizards has managed to collapse the price down to that $40 level, okay? I don't care if it says 45, it's 40 bucks. Now, that means to me that they're going to let it rest. They're going to let it breathe. Like a fine wine, they're going to give this guy time to recuperate, to let some of the value slowly drift back into this card, okay? This card needs a little bit of recuperation time, which means this is probably a safe bet. that it's the lowest it's going to go for a while. This is probably the bottom right now. It's had a long time to settle. I think this is the kind of card that Wizards wants to have value in the future. They're never going to reprint it into a standard set. That's not going to happen. So you know it's only going to be in Commander format style things. They need to let it breathe. They want it to have value. They want players to be excited about cards like this. So don't expect a reprint anytime soon, and don't expect the price to drop either. Okay, Imperial Seal. For all you guys, all you negative Nellies out there, that's right. Well, at least this is not the good old timeless Lotus, is it, people? No, this actually is an Imperial Seal, not a fake Black Lotus. The Imperial Seal has pretty much bottomed out, okay? I don't see it dropping a lot lower than this. And yes, I can see it slowly going to drift up in the next 6 months as people forget about it. Double Flip Trip Masters was a massive hit, okay? But it did come at a heavy price tag that drained a lot of wallets out there. This guy is going to slowly drift up $1 or $2 months and months from now. Sometime probably not until June of 2023 is my little prediction there. But you're going to slowly see it drift up. I think this is pretty much as low as it's going to go. So if it's a card you wanted to get or you're hoping it's going to hit that $50 level, I don't see it hitting that low on its first reprint. But if Wizards wants to drain more equity, they will leave this alone for about 5 more years and make people believe that this is, you know, they're going to wait another 20 years to reprint it. Look how hard it is to get. And next thing you know, Double Masters 2026 or something, you know, they think every year it's going to be in there, and it's not. And that's going to throw people off. So the value will rise because people believe it's not going to get reprinted again for another very long time. Dockside Extortionist. I still need this guy for my Throw Bowl deck, but people have fears right now that he is going to get banned. I've heard this conversation a few times. I know Wizards doesn't have official, I guess, control over the ruling council of the people who decide to hate my Tolarian Academy. But I look at Dockside and say, yeah, it's a powerful card, definitely. No more than Ragavan to me, though. And I don't think it should be banned. Okay? But that said, it doesn't mean it's not going to. Wizards has gotten their value out. They've reprinted this fairly quickly from its first printing. They've got money in the wallet. They've drained us out, just like an Oko situation. They could allow this to become banned. But at the same time, if they ban it, it may only be temporary. For all you know, Wizards says to them, yeah, we know you guys think this is a really powerful card. We're going to come up with a few mechanics that will take care of that issue for you. Don't worry. And when that happens, that's when I think market manipulation's at its worst, because then they know that as they ban it, the price will fall because it's banned, and they can all buy it all up, and then it becomes unbanned. You know what I mean? Like, it's just tinfoil hat stuff, but it makes me think, hey, what's going on? Now I'm going to show you guys some Warhammer 40k cards. Now, I couldn't help myself. Some of these cards really intrigue me. Okay, and the artwork just, I don't know, blows my mind. Johnny Mnemonic style, ancient old stuff. I remember playing the video games, the old PC games of Warhammer 40k, and being just blown away when we didn't play Warhammer 40k, we played like Mech Warrior and stuff. So when I see the Reavers and the Eldar and stuff, it just, I love that stuff. But I look at this artifact, 4 to cast, Arcane Life Support. If you would lose the game, instead exile the Golden Throne and your life total becomes 1. Anything that saves your life is amazing, okay? Sacrifice a creature and add 3 mana to your mana pool? Wow. And it's any color you want? Are you kidding me? With all the ways we have of making creatures now? Are you joking? Guys, this is a powerful card, and it probably shouldn't be this cheap. Cards like this, if they don't get reprinted or you don't see it coming around again, I think cards like this could really climb in the years to come. I think they could have future value. When I see it for like $20, I'm thinking, yeah, that's a card I have an interest in. Now, this one I don't think will be an expensive card. I don't think it's going to be super valuable, but it is a card people will need to pick up. Okay, Exterminus? 1 white, 1 black, 5, but destroy, right? Non-land permanents your opponent's control lose indestructible. Okay. That helps you in so many ways, from like Avacyn, Angel of Hope and stuff. Destroy all non-land permanents. Yeah, you're destroying your own stuff, but you're blowing up their stuff too. And if it had indestructible, this is a way of dealing with that. And I love that. Okay, this is like wiping the board, starting from scratch. I love cards like this. It may be a personal thing of mine, but I love it. Interesting card. This is going to... now, it's funny, when I first saw the image, I thought it was an angel. Okay, but it's not. It's a human warrior. Flying, lifelink, healing tears. At the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature. Okay, anyway, you return creatures from your battlefield based on the life you gained. But there are so many ways of gaining life. You could have giant honking creatures purposely sitting in your graveyard in some kind of black-white combination, dredge things, right? And you get this out there, gain some life, and all of a sudden you're bringing back some honking beasts. I think this card is going to have some playability. It's going to have some value. And so will the Resurrection Orb. Guys, come on. Universes Beyond. I look at this thing for like 10 bucks. 2 casting cost. Equipped creature has lifelink. Okay, whenever equipped creature dies, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Equip 4. Now, when you add this with cards like Halvar and all the equipment decks out there, this card is going to be so much fun. People are going to play with it. It's going to be a good time. And they will be people who strip this and strip apart their Warhammer 40k decks just to get the components. I already know a lot of friends who've placed orders at the local LGS level to get cards like this. I haven't done it yet, but I mean, how could I not? Things like this just scream excitement and fun to me. I don't know. I can't help it. Now, the last card. Trazen the Infinite. However you pronounce this thing, I love this card. Okay? I remember talking to some of the guys on the Discord about it and on the Instagram, and I was like, you know what? Death Touch, that's fine. Awesome. 6 for 4/6. I get it. Not the most powerful, but Prismatic Gallery is just awesome. As long as During the Infinite is on the battlefield, all activated abilities of all artifacts in your graveyard. Think about the artifacts out there. Just think about it. Crucible of Worlds, whatever floats your boat. All activated abilities of all artifacts. Think about Winter Orb. Think about the craziness that goes on when you're playing with cards like that, and you just can't help but be excited. You know, I can't help it. I look at this and go, I'm going to have fun with this. I can't wait to play with it. I'll be buying singles, of course, but it's going to happen. I'm going to buy some of these cards, and I can't wait to get in there and play. And I'm sure a lot of other players feel the same way. I did that poll asking you guys, you're buying Warhammer 40k. It was kind of 50-50. A lot of people are not doing it. They're kind of going, that 50-50 route because it is an expensive product. I did that video yesterday talking about it. It's a pretty epic thing, but there will be pros and cons to every time Wizards of the Coast explores IPs like this. The prices go up because it costs more, but we do get a phenomenal time of things we are always hoping to see in Magic, which is great for everyone who likes to play the game. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think about these card choices. Are these cards you're interested in? Are these cards you're going after? That's what I need to know about. Have an awesome day, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Don't forget my wonderful patrons. This weekend is the end of the month spin the wheel giveaway for all the wonderful patrons and YouTube supporters on the channel. I'll see you on the live stream, guys. Pay attention at the end of the videos.